me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that them don't know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only cover the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous. You know what's up? You know what's up? You know pretend. You know the lie. You know the gang. You know what's up?
We going crazy, we at the top and we never gon' stop. Hop in the ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. I win it, alhamdulillah. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Shabak, Tema, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Usu Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lawrence, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
You see what a drums at.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the 2021 Comeback Player of the Year, Joe Burrow. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bengals and the Chiefs, next on EA Sports.
From the home of the 2021 AFC Champs, there's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Garden joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chiefs in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's Comeback Player of the Year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How wild was that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 5 catches, 57 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back to Mixon on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
False start.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. From the 17, Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back, Perine. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. You know, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Running left, it's Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 45 on 2nd down. Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Hitting him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. A little juke. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But look looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards to pick up there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, this will be incomplete. Rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Butker's kick here is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
Yeah, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now Burrow on 1st down. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. He completes it to Boyd. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. To the air again, Burrow. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We start in the AFC West. This no longer an all-California battle, but it's still a good one. The LA Chargers taking on Las Vegas. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. And the Chiefs are ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them.
It's caught at the 10. A big play there for KC. 65 yards. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to next-gen stats. Wow. Mahomes now on first down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Trey Hendrickson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper in the territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mahomes going to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with McKinnon. And this time he is in. Jerick McKinnon.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Mixing up the middle. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Here's Burrow completing this to Chase. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Burrow. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They go play fake. Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
He can make this one pretty simple. His progression's done. He's forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He finds his running back, Mixon. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. But gradually the Navy.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react. and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Burrow will throw. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Gets this one quickly out wide. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. To the air again, Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And Bengals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. He completes it to Boyd. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
They'll run it here with Pirine. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there on a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now, here come the Bengals. Good drive last time, really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Now it's Burrow.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that pickup on the 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now it's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. To throw again on second down. Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Pirine. And some room to run now. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run again with Pirine. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Pirine, and nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here we go with Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to get the lead up to 4. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by Butker is on target. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals down 24-21, a minute 25 to play. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. On his screen, this is Evans. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Burrow. Pass complete. Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Throwing. Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He completes it to Evans. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Burrow. And this one is incomplete. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Burrow. He finds his man. Complete. It's Morgan. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts
as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Here's Burrow.
Hits his running back, Pirine. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to go. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
A dump down to McKinnon.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right.
He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Here again is McKinnon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Mahomes going to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Butker's kick here is good, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Bengals set to take over. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Now a carry for Pirine.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Pirine again on second down. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
On third down, Burrow.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 16. Incomplete.
The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major League kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
No surprise, they try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right?
Get
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
So for Kansas City, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.